The highway shimmered under the late afternoon sun, a long ribbon of heat stretching across the countryside. Cars hummed along lazily, the day too warm and slow to encourage speed. Among them, an old gray sedan moved with an uncertain rhythm, slowing, speeding, jerking forward again. The vehicle looked ordinary on the outside, but inside, it carried a secret no one could ignore forever. In the back seat sat a small boy, no more than 7. His name was Evan, though no one on this highway knew that. His knees were drawn up to his chest, his thin arms wrapped tightly around them. A faint purple bruise shadowed his left eye, and the collar of his shirt had been stretched as though someone had grabbed him roughly. Beside him lay a backpack, small, childish, decorated with stars, but he hadn't been allowed to open it since leaving home. He stared out the window, his heart pounding with that strange mix of fear and hope that only children under threat understand. The man driving the car wasn't his father. He wasn't even family, but he kept glancing at the rearview mirror with sharp, territorial eyes, the kind that warned the boy not to speak, not to move, not to even think too loudly. "Sit still," the man barked, gripping the steering wheel harder. Evan didn't respond. He didn't dare. But outside the window, something unusual caught his attention, a convoy of motorcycles. Not one or two, not a casual weekend group. At least 20, maybe more. They rode in formation, engines growling like thunder rolling down the highway. Their jackets were impossible to miss. Black leather vests with the unmistakable patch of the Hells Angels, the logo people whispered about, the club mothers warned their children to avoid, the group that TV shows loved to dramatize. Evan had no reason to trust anyone on that road, but something inside him whispered that he needed to try. This might be his only chance. The motorcycles approached the sedan's lane, cruising smoothly on the left side. As the first biker drew near, tall, broad-shouldered, with a braided gray beard and sunglasses reflecting the world back at him, Evan felt his breath catch. Maybe he could signal. Not wave, not scream. The man driving would see. But something small, something quick. He waited until the driver snarled at a slow truck ahead and leaned forward slightly, his attention distracted. Evan raised his hand just a little, just enough to press his fingertips against the window. Then he curled them in, one by one. Signal for help. I'm in danger. Please. He had learned it once at school, what teachers told kids to do if they ever felt unsafe with an adult. A silent SOS. The biker's head tilted, just slightly. Evan thought for a terrifying moment that maybe the man hadn't seen anything. Then the biker lowered his sunglasses just a fraction. Understanding flashed instantly across his face. He kept riding, but now his jaw was tight. His hand drifted down to tap the side of his bike, just 3 soft taps. A signal. Evan watched through the window as the formation of riders shifted like a flock of birds reacting to a breeze. 2 bikers accelerated forward, 2 slowed down behind the sedan, and the rest tightened formation. The sedan was now surrounded. Evan's heart raced. The driver noticed too. What the hell? The man muttered, checking his mirrors. The bikers didn't do anything aggressive. Not yet. They just stayed close. Too close for a random coincidence. Evan swallowed hard. Had he gotten them in trouble? Had he made everything worse? His small hands trembled. His bruised cheek pressed against the cool glass as he tried to look at them again. The lead biker turned his head just enough so Evan could see him. And he gave a slow, reassuring nod. It was small, almost invisible, but to Evan, it was everything. Someone understood. Someone believed him. Someone stronger than the monster in the driver's seat was watching now. The sedan suddenly swerved as the driver grew agitated. Back off. The man shouted at no one, gripping the wheel with white knuckles. Stupid bikers. But the motorcycles didn't back off. Instead, they tightened the circle, creating a moving shield around the car. The driver accelerated. So did they. He slowed. They slowed too, engines rumbling in warning. Evan bit his lip, his pulse pounding in his ears. For the first time in hours, he felt something he barely recognized anymore. Safety. The convoy of bikers began guiding the car toward the next exit, subtle at first, then more forcefully as the driver tried to resist. The man was trapped. He knew it. Evan knew it. And the moment the sedan was forced toward the off-ramp, Evan understood something life-changing. The Hell's Angels weren't ignoring his signal. They were answering it, and whatever happened next, he wasn't alone anymore.